and there's this and there's that. We're running from here to there and we're constantly trying to get what's going on. I have felt so rushed over the last couple days. Like constant. I feel like every morning when I wake up, I'm already behind. It just is kind of making me go a little bit crazy. And it's not that I'm hitting snooze. It's not that, it's just there's so many things that it feels like have to get done that the minute I wake up, I'm already feeling rushed. Yesterday, I woke up, I got dressed, I got my daughter dressed, we were ready to leave for school. And she was dragging her feet to get into the car, and I was like trying to get her there, and then I got into the car and something was on my pants. I don't know how it got there. I don't know when it got there, but it was there. So I left the car running, ran in, had to change my pants real quick. It just, everything was pushing me to behind or to be behind. And it just felt like I was constantly rushing. Felt like the same way this morning. It's just this feeling of always being rushed. And I think it plays into what we were talking about yesterday. Like, we really have to be deliberate about what are those things that are actually essential. We want to be on time for everything that we do. So what are those things that are essential? And how do we build in those buffers so that we can actually be on time, so that we stop feeling rushed? Because when we constantly feel rushed, it's not good. Doesn't feel good. It's not good for our overall well-being. And it's just, we're overcommitted and we're doing too many things. Focus in. I can't urge you enough. Make that list. What are the things that matter most to you? And how do you focus on those things so that everything you're doing is pushing to those things? And you're not letting all of these external forces. You're not letting everyone else's to-do list. That's a huge thing, right? Someone else feels rushed and they have a to-do list and they throw something from their to-do list onto you, and then you get sucked in to their feelings of being rushed, to their feelings of right? How do you get out of there? How do you extricate yourself? How do you push things back? These are questions that we're all struggling with and that we're all wrestling with. And we definitely don't have all the answers, but we're working our way to figure out what a warrior saint's response to these questions might be. That's why we're constantly urging you, visit us, warriorsaints.org, and get on the way of the warrior saint. Get this two-step program that will help answer some of these questions so that we can understand God's word and then live God's word, so that we can get out there and we can be who we are created to be. We can be the man and woman that God has created us, living out his life in everything that we're doing, not taking everyone's to-do lists onto ourselves and trying to make everything happen, but actually having some practical steps of how we can start backtracking that stuff and getting out of the situations where we're constantly feeling rushed and we're constantly feeling like overwhelmed. Overwhelmed to the point where sometimes that even means that we just are completely isolated and stuck in inaction, which we'll talk about more tomorrow. How are you using your time when no one else is around? With that said, we'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, visit us at warriorsaints.org. Get this two-step program. Make it happen. It's like that Dave Matthews Band song, Two Step. Oh! And anyone and everyone, make sure that if you have SiriusXM, you're listening to channel 105, which is this awesome nostalgic moment for us. Because nostalgia brings back all these fun memories of a time when maybe we weren't as rushed. And Beastie Boys have their own channel for a limited time on 105. Anyway, that's just a public service announcement. You can thank me later. In the meantime, visit us, warriorsaints.org. Make sure you get on the way of the warrior saint. We'll see you tomorrow.